Good morning, folks. I hope you're all well. Last week I didn't do a coverage video of Derek Chisora's win over Otto Wallin because I was actually full of a chest infection, which I've just about kicked. It's still hanging on a little bit, like these things do. But yeah, that was a good scrap. Good win for Chisora. I was a little bit disappointed with Wallin. I thought Wallin might give it more of a go. His punches looked very slow motion at times, but hey, you know, I've been critical of Derek Chisora plenty of times in the past. His behaviour, some of the beatings he's taken over the years, but you can't deny the guy's a warrior. He's an absolute warrior, and a credit to this sport, great sport of ours. So it'd be nice to see him go out on top. You know, he's coming off 2 wins now. Joe Joyce last year, and now Otto Wallin. You know, apparently that was his final fight in the UK. So, you know, farewell to him. Obviously, I think he's going for a bag of money in Saudi Arabia, and I don't blame him. You know, I'd like to see him get out with as many marbles as he's still got rolling around in his head as he can. And if he can get one last big payday against a big name, why not? Fair play to him. Good luck to him. So, there you go. Derek Chisora. Now, I've just finished watching Keyshawn Davis's destruction of Denys Berinchyk to win his first world title. I think it was only his, what was it, his 13th or 14th pro fight? Keyshawn Davis. So now, yeah, now he is now the WBO Lightweight champion. He stopped Berinchyk in the 4th. I was a little bit disappointed with Berinchyk, to be honest. I mean, he's always a messy fighter to watch anyway. He's not very appealing to watch, in my opinion. And, you know, he was doing a lot of spoiling in there, a lot of holding, stepping on the feet. I know you get that a lot with when Southpaw and Orthodox come together, because Berinchyks a switch hitter. So, excuse me. So yeah, you kind of expect the feet coming together and things like that. But yeah, Berinchyk, he's an old pro. I mean, he's only been professional for what, 9 years? He's only had 19. This was his 20th fight. First defence of his title that he won last May, when he won the vacant title by beating Navarrete. Yeah, I mean, that fight was boring as well, I must admit. But yeah, he's 36 years old. You know, he was a long time amateur. He was part of the Ukrainian team that went to London in 2012. So he's been around a long time, around the sport for a long time. So he knows all the old veterans' tricks, you know, to spoil it, slow things down, you know, get people out of their rhythm. But Davis, he held his shape. He did what he could. He dealt with it very well. He didn't lose his temper. He was physically stronger. He was so much bigger than Berinchyk. Yeah, he shoved him halfway across the ring at one point, you know, just to sort of show that, you know, I'm the bigger man, I'm the stronger man. Nothing you can do is going to faze me. He dropped Berinchyk in the 3rd with a left hook. Berinchyk sort of complained that maybe he was tripped or something. Yeah, the legs were together, but the left hook landed, punch landed, he went down. Yes, he wasn't hurt, but it was still a knockdown. And then he finished it, Keyshawn Davis finished it in the 4th round with a spectacular left to the body. And it just drained everything out of Berinchyk. Berinchyk was done. I mean, anybody watching this who has ever been hit by a full-blooded body shot, like I have in the past, it sucks the life out of you. It destroys you from, you know, the inside out. It freezes you. You can't cope with it. You can't do anything. So, yeah, I totally, as soon as that landed, the way he was grimacing, I thought he can't get up, and he couldn't, and he didn't. So that's the end of that reign for Berinchyk. Keyshawn Davis is now the WBO champion. Well done. You know, he's a fantastic fighter. I do like Keyshawn Davis. And obviously you've got the other champions at lightweight. You've got Tank Davis, WBA. I think Tank Davis will still stay well away from Keyshawn Davis. Not saying he couldn't beat him or couldn't hang with him. Not saying anything like that. But he won't want any of that. He won't want any part of that. And then, of course, you've got Shakur Stevenson, who fights next week. He's the WBC champion. And Lomachenko, I believe, is still the IBF champion. Whether or not he will actually fight again, who knows? I know there was talk of him retiring last year. I'm sure there was an announcement made with his intentions to retire or something. I don't know, but that'd be interesting. Davis against Lomachenko. That'd be quite interesting to see. yeah, so yeah, any one of those, one of those three guys for a unification fight, bring it on. I'd love to see it. But there you go. That's the state of the lightweight division. So well done to Keyshawn Davis, and he's definitely something special. That kid, definitely something special. And of course, next week, the big one, the big show in Saudi Arabia, the big rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol for all the marbles at light heavyweight. Yeah, looking forward to that. Whole card is stacked. You got Dubois against Parker. You got Stevenson against Schofield. Yeah, oh man, it's Zhang against Caballel. Yeah, it's just such a stack. There's not one bad fight on that card. Looking forward to the whole thing. You know, I feel, again, every time a big show like this comes along, I'm like a kid at Christmas. I've got to wait a week. I'm going to drive my wife mad. I'm going to be just fidgeting and getting excited about it and talking about it all the time. She'll be glad when it's here, so she don't have to listen to me go on about it. But yeah, so looking forward to that. So, and I'm sure you all are too. So I'll probably do a prediction video at some point in the week. But yeah, absolutely loving it, man. It's such a great time to be a fight fan. I still see the odd post online, different social medias and things, with people saying stupid things like, "Oh, boxing's dead." You're clearly not a boxing fan if you're talking shit like that, saying it's boxing's dead or it's dying. I mean, Christ, I've been hearing that since I became a boxing fan in the early 90s. I've been hearing that boxing's dead, boxing's a dying sport. 35 years later, it's still going. So, you know, it's just one of those things people like to say. But yeah, if you genuinely think that boxing's a dead sport, well, clearly you're not following these big shows that are happening or coming up, or the things that are going on. So, yeah, absolute nonsense. Anyway, that's enough out of me. I hope you're all well, people. Take care, and I'll speak to you next week.